Plunder is so hard to win, so today in this video, I'm going to go over 10 pro tips to winning Plunder. Welcome back to COD Central TV, let's get into the video. Number 10, land in hot zones. When playing the typical battle royale, it is best to land away from the hot drop points on the map. Plunder is the opposite, as landing in these spots will guarantee you the most cash no matter the strategy. They tend to carry bigger bags for cash, more loot boxes, and plenty of enemies to destroy, which could all lead to a payday that will win you the game. It can seem smart to land in a secluded area, but the cash will be found quickly and it can be quite a hike to find some more.
A lot of the rotation aspect of any given game relies a whole lot on the initial drop path.
Number 9, seek out your opponents. Several strategists exist within the game, but defeating enemies is the best way to make quick money. Players will automatically earn cash every time they kill a player, but they can also pick up the dead player's money as well. This allows players to pad their bank accounts at a faster rate than looting ever would. But it does come with its own amount of risk. The top earners are marked on the map, so these serve as waypoints, especially when your team might be lagging behind the rest.
Bank here, I haven't searched and seen if there's any other banks located on the map, so...
8, complete contracts. Contracts are a great way to earn some extra cash in this game mode, and the bounties always pay nicely. They generally choose a player that is close by, but it can be risky as it warns them of your fast approach. The player's general location will be marked on the map, and completing the challenge will give you cash and the bonus of picking it all the enemy's cash when you terminated. It is one thing to keep in mind when your team works well together and has guns that can quickly destroy enemies.
Contraband contract. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with the first one.
Number 7, stick with your squad. The best plan of attack is to stick with your squad and take out opponents together. It does become more difficult after a player dies and has to wait for redeployment, but working in tandem will give you the best odds of success. It can be tempting to run off on your own to search for a few buildings, but this will leave your team vulnerable to attack. One simple act of going lone wolf could cost you the game, and it won't leave you a good taste in anyone's mouth.
My hands are already just so sweaty.
You know, it's okay to be nervous around this.
Number 6, utilize cash deposit balloons. Cash deposit balloons can be bought at any store for $30,000, and it allows your team to deposit a small number of your funds. It is a great way to quickly save some money of yours before heading into a team fight. The only downfall is that they can be destroyed before they take off, but choosing a secluded location can help ensure that this doesn't happen. It's also important to understand that dying with one of these in hand will cause it to drop and the enemy can pick it up for themselves.
Knock that guy's armor, I'm gonna push him. He just ran inside.
Number 5, retrieve a dead teammate's cash. When a teammate dies, a player on the same team can pick up their cash before an enemy has time to take it. This can be risky if they die out in the open or if the opponent is close by. But it is better than losing a large sum of money. It is something that many forget in the heat of battle as they try to gather their bearings in the cash of their enemies. It can also be useful to go back for a teammate's things if they were carrying extra armor plates or ammo that you need for your own safety.
You lose, your fight is over.
Nice.
Number 4, deposit helipads are nice, but often too risky. A deposit helipad allows a team to deposit as much cash as they want, but they only appear after a team reaches $300,000. It can seem like a great idea, but they are marked by a piggy bank icon and many teams choose to ambush these locations. If the reward is worth the risk, then it is best to have 2 teammates watch while one deposits their cash to avoid any premature deaths. It can be nerve-wracking and doesn't always end well, but it could be the difference between a win and a loss. Number 3, choose a loadout you can move with. Players are permitted to use a custom loadout in this map, and a more tactical loadout should be used. This means that snipers should be put away and guns like assault rifles, submachine guns, and even shotguns should be used. Players will find themselves in more close quarters combat than long distance shootouts, as it is easier to collect cash in this fashion. The loadout you choose will also determine how fast you can run, so a light machine gun might also be a poor choice.
Wanna choose one to replace here, so let's say...
Number 2, the bonus round could turn a win into a loss. When a team reaches the $1 million goal, then everyone enters into a bonus round where they rush to collect cash. The few minutes during this time could be the difference between a win and a loss if an opponent happens to collect more than you do. It can be rare, but it is important to remember that not stopping to play until the very end. Teams have blown a win for much less, which is why it is best to never forget this tip.
Upon landing, and also provide you with some good rotations to make sure.
Number 1, banks and cash drops are full of cash. Planes will periodically drop cash throughout the game, and several banks across the map are filled with cash. It serves as a great way to collect cash, but it's also a huge risk for teams to take. The banks are loaded with cash, although their alarm systems are still active, which can warn enemies of your location. Some choose to play it safe, but the more risk you take, the bigger your reward.
$1,000 like in no time. It was super easy to get. And like I said, there's a lot of other maps.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.